How you doing? This is the guy from Pittsburgh. I heard Obama's speech. I read Obama's speech. I think we're going on all wrong, but it's got to be. We had to wait till Obama's out of office, and I figured out I have the solution to Islamic terror. What we do, we devise a number of things. I came up with one, and I call it the improvised bacon device. And what you do is you plant these like landmines around your house, and you'd have the device built in the shape of a hamburger, and you'd fill it with like bacon bits, and periodically you have to change it because the bacon bits are going to go bad. And you have a launcher. The terrorist steps on the mine. It goes up about chest level, and it sprays bacon bits all over him. Now we know the Muslim cannot have pork, cannot eat pork, or some of those he get in his mouth, he's going to involuntarily swallow it, and then he can't go to Allah, he can't go to paradise. And that's one of my ideas. So he gets bacon bits all over him. And then you have another thing, you'd have the bacon flavored doormat in front of your boat doors, so he can't get that. And then we could have the bacon wind chime, and you could have like the thing encased in glass, and you'd push a button or plastic, and the plastic would fall away, and when he comes to your door, the wind chime falls on top of him. He's covered in bacon. Or we could have another thing, you have a bucket, and the bucket would be sealed, but it would have a spring action on the bottom. It would be over your doorway. Terrorist comes to your door, you got a little camera, you push the button, and the lid of the bacon bucket opens up, and it puts like about a pound of wet bacon grease all over him. And the last measure would be, you have the doormat, and for regular people, you don't activate the device. But the terrorist steps on the doormat. You push the button. The doormat falls down like this, and he falls in this pit. And then you have your 3 or 6 inch pipe going into the pit, and you fill that full of like bacon bits or wet pork pieces, pork rinds, anything made out of pork. Pork guts, pork manure, whatever. And you fill the pit, and the terrorist drowns in the bacon pit. And then you'd have a pump to pump all the bacon stuff out, and then you have another hose that would automatically clean it, scrub it with soap, and it recycles the old stuff back into your tank. And the pit is clean, and it gets dried by maybe hot heat with the water. It gets dried, or a scrubber. You push a button, and the doormat comes back up. And of course, you have another way to suction out the terrorist when he's dead. And maybe you could suction him straight into a body bag, tie it off, and he's ready to get out of there. And you have an automatic cart that would take the terrorist to a waiting spot. Someone could pick up his body, and you're ready for the next terrorist to come, and you've disposed the terrorist. He's drowned in bacon fat. So, and we could even do this with, we're dropping these drones and missiles on Muslim countries. Supposedly we killed the number 6 man in Al Qaeda or ISIS on Sunday. We dropped a missile on them. Well, why don't we just have a missile filled with bacon bits? Or better still, the ISIS capital, I can't remember the name of it right now. It's in Syria. We just take some B-52s over there and drop like 1 million pounds of bacon bits all over the city. Now, I know the Muslims around the world and the Orthodox Jews are going to scream that this isn't politically correct. But Obama said we're not at war with Islam, but we are at war with ISIS or ISIL. Excuse me for burping. So we just saturate the ground with bacon bits. And the bacon grease would get all over everything. And it would render their town and their equipment and their trucks and their weapons uninhabitable or unusable. The whole city would be covered in bacon. Or you could even go further. You have the bacon bomb, and it would cover everything in bacon fat. Like the big explosion and bacon fat or bacon bits would go everywhere. And it could be made not to kill everybody, just cover them in bacon. They're disgusted. I got bacon and schmaltz all over me. And I also came up with how to protect women, because like Boko Haram has been taking young women and forcing them to prostitution, raping them. So and I actually saw someone who's created this already, a shirt, but we could have bacon bra and panties, bacon underwear for men, bacon shirts. You could have your bacon hat, a bacon necklace, bacon earrings, and develop the bacon perfume. And there'd be one other way for individuals to protect themselves. They're out parking their car, they're at a mall, and there's an attack. Well, you've got your little canister clipped to your waist, and it's got pepper spray, tear gas, and bacon spray combined. So the terrorist comes to shoot you, you spray him with the bacon spray in his face and the tear gas. Even if he's got a mask, he's got bacon on him. And he'll be so disgusted, he might kill you, but he might also stop the attack because he's humiliated. Now he's got the horrible bacon all over him. So those are my ideas. I also thought of the bacon mortar and the bacon artillery round. You could launch mortars with bacon in them. Now my friend Drone said every Muslim that comes into the QS could be made to eat a piece of bacon. And if they're not they won't eat the bacon, then you know they're a terrorist. I figured give them a bacon burger, or better still, humanitarian effort for everybody in the country. It wouldn't cost that much. You give everybody a frying pan, a pound of bacon, and a dozen eggs, and a loaf of bread. If they're not Muslim, they're going to say, hey, cool, free bacon, man. If they're Muslim, they're not going to eat it. Then you question them as to, how come you won't eat the bacon, man? We want to know. How come you won't eat the bacon and eggs? How come you won't eat the bacon burger? So those are my ideas. It will set the Muslims. It will set my fellow Jews who are conservative Orthodox. But in the war against terror, we use any weapon we can. And I think bacon is the weapon. Everybody in America that likes bacon, loves bacon. You could also have the pork rind launcher. That's another idea. You just shoot pork rinds at them. They're made of bacon. They're greasy. They're salty. And they're fatty. So you could launch pork rinds at them. And pork rinds are everywhere. You get a huge bag like this. I don't eat them. But they're all crackling and all that. Another thing you could do is have a thing where you launch pig knuckles at them, or whether they're eaten or not. Pig knuckles, entrails. You could have instead of a water cannon where you fight people when they have riots, you have a pig entrail cannon. They're shooting out pig entrails in compressed water. So none of these guys could then go to paradise because they've been polluted with bacon or bacon products or pork products. So that's my idea. The improvised bacon bomb, the IBB instead of improvised explosive device. You get the IBD, improvised bacon device, and we could have SWAT teams, and they could have bacon launchers like bacon bazooka shells or something, and you've got a Muslim house barricaded, you launch a couple of bacon shells into the house. They'd probably immediately surrender and ask for a free shower or something to get the odor off, get the smell off, so they'd be purified again. All right, that's my idea. Have a great night, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.